Okay, this video is going to go over Chapter 17, the endocrine system, Objective 4. If I can get the Objective 4 to click. There we go. Okay, so Objective 4 is going to be the 3 types of intercellular communication in the endocrine system and their signaling molecules. So when we're talking about intercellular communication, we're talking about communication. Whoops, sorry, wrong button. We're going to be talking about communication that is between cells. It's from one cell to another cell, transfer of information from one cell to another cell. Both the nervous system and the endocrine system do this. They communicate intercellularly. We talked about the presynaptic cell and the postsynaptic cell in the nervous system. Well, we have the, for instance, in this image, we have the secreting cell and we have the target cell or the receiving cell over here. So again, it's between cells. Intracellular means within the cell. Intercellular means between. So take a look at those. Not very much difference in the wording and the spelling of these words. So make sure you're aware of the subtle difference there between those two words. Types of intercellular communication. We have what's called endocrine signaling. Endocrine signaling is basically the one we've been talking about so far. It uses hormones secreted by the endocrine gland to reach the target cell through the bloodstream. So this shouldn't be anything unfamiliar. So we've got our endocrine cells right here that are secreting those hormones. This structure right here, this is your capillary or a blood vessel. Those hormones are going to go into the blood vessel. They're going to travel through the bloodstream until they reach their target cell. And remember, those target cells have to have those specific receptors to bind that hormone for it to be a target cell. Not all cells are going to have those receptors. So endocrine signaling uses hormones secreted by a gland to reach the target cell through the bloodstream. Now, autocrine signaling, this is a little different. This is interesting. Autocrine signaling targets the same cell. So you've got your secreting cell right here. You can see these hormones being secreted, and those hormones are then going to target the same cell. So it's also got receptors that bind. So this is going to tell this cell, once it binds, what that target cell is going to do. And then you have paracrine signaling. So this is going to target a nearby cell. So you have your secretory cell and then your adjacent target cell. So it's right next door. You can see up here this endocrine signaling. This can go body wide because you're utilizing the capillary, your blood vessels, to get the hormones from point A to point B. So with autocrine signaling, you don't need the bloodstream. With paracrine signaling, you don't need the bloodstream. Again, it's right next door. So you've got types of chemical messengers. Yes, you've got hormones. These are definitely going to travel long distances through the bloodstream or the lymphatic system. For instance, growth hormone secreted from the pituitary gland is going to travel through the bloodstream to reach those target cells. And for the growth hormone, it's going to target a lot of body cells and tissues to allow the body to grow, such as bone and muscle and things like that. Now, autocrines, these are chemical messengers that are only going to travel short distances. As you can see in the picture here, all of these chemicals right here, these are just autocrines is what they're called, and they are going to target the same cell. An example, which we have not mentioned previously, is prostaglandins. This is released by smooth muscle cells that cause those smooth muscle cells to contract. So when prostaglandins get released, sometimes in instances of pain, this is why people take things like NSAIDs, nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories, because they prevent the prostaglandins from being secreted so you don't feel the pain. So that's autocrine signaling. And then paracrine signaling, for instance, these are going to travel short distances, chemical signals. They're going to stay within the same tissue. An example would be somatostatin, also known as growth hormone inhibiting hormone, secreted by the pancreas. I know we have growth hormone inhibiting hormones secreted from the hypothalamus, but this somatostatin can also be secreted by the pancreas. So when it's secreted by the cells of the pancreas, the delta cells specifically, it will inhibit the release of insulin by the pancreas, different cells within the pancreas. Remember, insulin is going to be secreted by the beta cells. So when somatostatin is present, it lets those beta cells know, hey, don't secrete insulin. Okay. So this question here, intercellular means inter being the key word here. This is going to be C, between cells. And that is objective 4.